Subscribe and hit the bell icon to never miss an update from E-Times TV.
Hello, good evening, Rahil. How are you
Hi,
doing?
how are you? Very well,
I'm
thank you. How about you?
Thank you. I'm very fine, thank you. Okay, so as promised, guys, we have Rahil here, and yes, let's begin the session. Okay, so पहले तो fans have been really waiting for you. Time change हुआ, so एक message था कि at least आज हो रहा है. Otherwise, we would have been heartbroken. तो आप सबसे पहले अपने fans को कुछ कहना चाहेंगे? They've been really patient and waiting for this.
कह चुका हूँ, अभी भी कहना चाहूंगा और बार बार कहता रहूंगा कि तहे दिल से मैं मेरे सारे फैंस का शुक्रगुजार हूँ, जिन्होंने 6 महीना इंतजार किया मैडम सर में मुझे वापस देखने के लिए। एंड ये शायद पहली बार मेरे साथ हुआ है। बहुत सारे किरदार हैं जो मैंने किए हैं, बहुत चहीते किरदार हैं, लेकिन ये मुझे इसके लिए सरप्राइज होता है क्योंकि अनुभव एक छोटा हिस्सा है मैडम सर का। ओके, जो मेन कंसंट्रेशन है वो जो महिला पुलिस थाना के जितने भी कॉप्स है उनके ऊपर है, और अनुभव की एंट्री काफी लेट हुई थी, लेकिन उसके बावजूद इतना प्यार मिला कि मैं आई एम ओवरवेल्म्ड।
ओके और बहुत सारी एडिट वीडियोस भी बनाते हैं #अनुसिना मेनी ऑफ द फैंस आर मेकिंग। सो हाउ डू यू फील जब आप वो सब देखते हो, क्योंकि अभी सोशल मीडिया का पूरा जमाना है और आप इतने सालों से हो, तब सोशल मीडिया का इतना दौर नहीं था। सो दिस इज लव रिसीव द एक्टर्स आर रिसीविंग इन अनदर फॉर्म। हाउ डू यू फील व्हेन यू सी दोस वीडियोस?
Very nice because the fans are so talented. मुझे उनसे इतना कुछ सीखने को मिलता है, इतने बेहतरीन एडिट्स करते हैं वो लोग, और जिस तरह से मतलब एडिटिंग इज एन आर्ट। तो सिनेमा टेलीविजन इज अबाउट एडिटिंग। मैं इफ यू आर अ गुड एडिटर देन यू आर डेफिनेटली अ गुड डायरेक्टर। तो एडिटिंग पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से अगर मैं देखा जाऊं तो बहुत खूबसूरत एडिटिंग करते हैं वो लोग, कहाँ से मिक्स मैच करते हैं। और अगर आज मैं कुछ शूट करता हूँ तो मतलब सुबह शूट करता हूँ तो शाम तक उसके साथ किसी और चीज को मिला के एडिट कर देते हैं, इतना खूबसूरत करते हैं।
ओके, तो मैडम सर पे हाउ डिड यू फील जब आपको वो अनुभव का किरदार मिला? तो व्हाट वर द थॉट्स व्हेन यू गॉट दिस ऑफर कि शुड यू टेक इट अप, शुड यू नॉट, कंसीडरिंग इट इज अ female oriented show? So what were the thoughts?
So the thing is, see, since the time I started my career, um, what I have observed is television is 80% women dominated. Okay, there is a lot for actresses to do, much more than male actors. But what I have done is I have created my own path. I have never followed the typical daily soap pattern. If I wanted, I could have, but then I would not have got a chance to grow.
Right.
So therefore, I led my own parallel path, wherein I started experimenting with roles, especially after Hatim. I didn't want to get into the typical, the kind of dream boy kind of roles. I started to play offbeat roles. I played negative. I played, or I played a woman. I mean, I was the first Indian TV actor to play a woman, and so I experimented a lot. When I got Maddam Sir, I knew because even though it is woman dominated, if they are creating a character, a male character, so definitely he would have his part to play. But इतना appreciation मिलेगा मैंने कभी नहीं सोचा था।
ओके और आपका जो बॉन्ड है गुल्की जोशी के साथ में, ऑफ स्क्रीन, ऑन स्क्रीन हम सब देखते हैं, बट ऑफ स्क्रीन हाउ इज योर बॉन्ड विद हर?
She's a thorough professional. She's a very talented actress. And it just took us hardly 1 or 2 scenes to study each other, because it's all about coordination. It's all about give and take. इट्स ऐसा नहीं कि अगर सिर्फ आप अच्छा कर रहे हो तो सीन अच्छा हो जाएगा. नो, इट्स अ contribution of two people. Um, so she understands what exactly probably I would the small nuances what I would be giving. She by now she knows, and even I know what exactly she wants. So we try our level best to you know enhance each other's performance. Um, she is a good actress.
There was this question where somebody asked कि गुल्की मैम ने आपको पिताजी कहा था. I don't know, some prank that you all played. So there was this curiosity to know कि पिताजी क्यों कहते हैं आपको.
Yeah, so basically, I believe so. Before I entered the show, that is what I was told, that she was the head of, pranks. So she always used to do the pranks compared to others on the set. So then when I entered, nobody realized I would be the bigger prankster. So I think that's the reason she probably called me Pitaji of prankster.
Okay. And overall, हमने आपको हातिम में भी देखा है और it is till date remembered very freshly in everyone's mind. How did life change for you after that show?
Frankly speaking, life didn't change at all because I shot the entire Hatim in the city of Baroda.
Okay.
And after Hatim, I immediately switched. Like I told you, I started experimenting with characters. Now, unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know. It's left up to the Almighty. He knows better. But the media wasn't strong at all when Hatim released. Though the ratings of shows in that year or those few years, they were all above 20. आज अगर किसी की रेटिंग 2.53 आती है तो मिठाई खिलाते हैं, नाचते हैं, गाते हैं, पागल हो जाते हैं. बट उस टाइम पे रेटिंग्स वाज 20, 25 एंड सम नॉर्मल शो 17, 18, 19. तो उस जमाने में जब शुरुआत हुई थी इन सब शोज की, एंड आई थिंक दोज आर द गोल्डन इयर्स ऑफ टीवी. तो उस वक्त मीडिया wasn't there, so social media wasn't there, and there was no promotion. The promotion only was through your channels, जहाँ पे आपके सिर्फ प्रोमोज आया करते थे. जो आजकल होता है, अगर छोटा सा भी अगर प्रोमो अगर आपके चैनल पे भी आ गया तो हमारे फैंस उसको सर्कुलेट करते हैं कहीं ना कहीं. तो I truly respect all those shows which released at that time, because without any publicity, those shows used to get such ratings. तो हुआ यूं कि हातिम शूट हुआ, टेलीकास्ट हुआ, it had got fantastic ratings, but yet again जिन्होंने देखा, जिन्होंने नहीं देखा उनको पता नहीं था. Hatim came into existence and I started realizing how big Hatim is when it started the repeat telecast. जब रिपीट टेलीकास्ट शुरू हुआ तब हातिम ने बम्बार्ड कर दिया. So that was and henceforth उसके बाद लेकर अभी तक of course because of all the fans and जो रिपोस्ट करते हैं, बहुत सारी उसके वीडियोस बनाते हैं, बहुत सारे एडिट करके डालते हैं, बहुत सारी चीजें. So frankly speaking, life did not change for me after Hatim. It was the same before Hatim also. Ab I am really I'm very happy and grateful. I've always been grateful because that show has given me so much. It has established me as a personality in the industry. But उस टाइम पे अगर मीडिया होता तो मतलब आप समझ सकती हैं.
अगर इस टाइम पर रिपीट टेलीकास्ट दोबारा हो, लाइक अगर एक रीमेक बनाना हो, तो would you take that role of Hatim again? Because remakes बनते हैं.
I personally feel जो बना है उसको छोड़ दो, ओरिजिनल है उसको रहने दो. मुझे किसी ने बताया, किसी ने कोशिश की थी बनाने की.
अच्छा.
I don't think so it worked. एक कोई और आया था उसी नाम से, तो आई डोंट थिंक सो. तो होता क्या है कि कुछ चीजें हैं, अभी जैसे मुगले आजम है, आप यू कैन नॉट मेक अ पार्ट टू. ओके, वो बन गया. हम वी डिड नॉट रियलाइज जब हम फर्स्ट हातिम शुरुआत हुई थी हातिम की. इवन आई डोंट थिंक सो माय प्रोड्यूसर्स और इवन द चैनल हैड रियलाइज एट दैट टाइम दैट इट वुड बी सो बिग डाउन द इयर्स. उस टाइम पे ओके ऑब्वियसली मीडिया नहीं था, लॉट ऑफ पीपल डिडंट नो. बट उसके बाद यस, हाँ, एक चीज मैं कह सकता हूँ कि अगर आज की डेट में भी अगर उसको ओटीटी प्लेटफॉर्म पे लाया गया, रिलीज किया गया, इट विल गिव रन फॉर मनी फॉर द अदर शोज, ट्रस्ट मी. उतना तो कॉन्फिडेंस है मुझे.
ओके. एंड आप बहुत सालों से इंडस्ट्री में हो, तो कब आपको ऐसा रियलाइज हुआ व्हेन यू वर यंग कि यू नो आई वांट टू गेट इनटू दिस प्रोफेशन, एक्टिंग?
I think it was destined. Okay, and the moment it is a very natural realization. ऐसा नहीं कि see, when I used to watch any film, uh, the first film which I watched, I think in the theater, was Muqaddar Ka Sikandar.
Hmm.
Okay, so when I watched, so I felt I'm a part of it. So that thought didn't come to me कि मुझे भी करना है. I already felt I belong to that field. I belong to that frame. So ऐसा नहीं था कि मुझे वो शौक धीरे धीरे पैदा हुआ कि as I was growing up or something like that. So it was there. So and I'm very passionate about it. So
सो इनिशियली जब आपके कोई कनेक्शंस नहीं होते हैं इंडस्ट्री में, तो थोड़ी बहुत मुश्किलों का सामना करना पड़ता है इन ऑर्डर टू यू नो क्रैक द बेस्ट रोल और गो फॉर द मीट राइट पीपल, गो फॉर ऑडिशंस. तो उस वक्त हाउ डिड यू गो थ्रू दैट फेज? हाउ वाज दैट एंटायर जर्नी ऑफ योर्स?
uh, see, that time as far as television was concerned, everything was very fresh. Okay, there were channels had just begun. Okay, Star Plus had started telecasting Hindi serials. उससे पहले दूसरे इंग्लिश सीरियल्स टेलीकास्ट हुआ करते थे, जैसे बोल्ड एंड द ब्यूटीफुल, सांता बारबरा, ये वगैरह ऐसे सब. तो देन सोनी वाज ऑलरेडी इनटू हिंदी. जी हैड जस्ट स्टार्टेड. बहुत सारे ऐसे शोज शुरू. देयर वाज ओनली 4-5 चैनल्स एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम, प्राइम चैनल्स. And all the shows, they were very fresh. Okay, and उसमें से as far as the actors are concerned, उसमें से बहुत सारे senior actors थे जिन्होंने films की थी, वो कर रहे थे some very lovely shows and lots to learn from them. So when I came to Bombay, um, it was not very tough for me. It was not tough at all because there were a lot of opportunities because there were not so many actors. You see, today आप वेब में भी भीड़ है, टीवी में भी भीड़ है, फिल्म्स में भी भीड़ है, सोशल मीडिया में भी भीड़ है. तो उस टाइम पे उतना नहीं था. ओके, दे वर वेरी सिलेक्टेड. एंड उस टाइम पे कास्टिंग भी होती थी. एंड हैविंग सेड दैट, आई वुड आल्सो से that the competition was very good as far as the actors were concerned. All right, there was really good-looking actors. Okay, I'm not saying that आजकल के good-looking नहीं है, but what I'm saying is कि it was something very different. अभी it's like there are so many channels, so many serials, इतने सारे हैं, so it becomes very difficult for you to spot a particular actor. Okay, that actor might be a fantastic performer, but it's very, उस टाइम पे आपको spotting बहुत आसानी से होती थी.
वो
So I
रिकॉल
think that
वैल्यू एक्टर का.
exactly, that is why even today जितने लोग भी उस वक्त शुरू किए हैं, they are spotted very easily. They are accepted very easily even today. So I think that's about it.
So, you never try to get into Bollywood or some other mediums?
Yeah. So नो, आई थिंक आई वाज वेरी लेजी. टीवी मिला तो उधर ही बैठ गया मैं. आई कुड हैव, बट हुआ नहीं. एंड वंस आई स्टार्टेड डूइंग टीवी, टीवी से वक्त मिलता नहीं है.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but what I tried to do is I tried to work in television, take up each serial like a film.
Hmm.
So I would never do a show for more than a year. बड़ी मुश्किल से I think I've done only one or two shows for a year. Maximum what I've done is I think Hatim was for a year, and there was one more show, Ye Meri Life Hai, for a year. All the other shows have been from anywhere between 4 to 8 months, because I have considered every serial of mine as a film, and the role which I play, I have considered it as being a part of that 2.5 hours film. So once that character, जब उसका पूरा रस निकल जाता है, then there is nothing left for me to do in it. So then I switch on to the other show. Now, before switching on to the other show, there is a gap. There's a lot of gap between the shows, because I look out for the correct kind of character which would break the image of the previous character I do. तो ये सिलसिला शुरू हो गया, और उसके बाद तो मैं फिल्म के बारे में सोचा ही नहीं हूँ. सो दिस, ये जो पैटर्न था जो मैं करता आया, आज वो पैटर्न वेब में आया है. सो अगर उस वक्त वेब होता तो इट वुड हैव बीन very good for me. मैं उसी वक्त से शुरू कर देता. But now, yes, now I would definitely focus on web. Though I have done a bit of work on web now. But वो जो pattern of working है web पे, वो I would love to do it. Wherein you don't have, there is no telecast की deadline नहीं है आपको. आप you can, you're free, to even as far as creativity is concerned. There are so many things. So my eventually web is finally my focus.
Okay. So there are many genres that you all have. I mean, actors का कुछ favorite genre भी होता है कि हमें ये करना है, वो करना है. So is there any genre that is untapped by you and you really want to work on that?
Yeah, comedy. Comedy, that is my strongest point, and nobody has ever, tried to tap that. I mean, I don't know how to how to let them know that that is my strongest side. And comedy also, there are different ways of performing. I mean, according to me, because there are comedies, एक जमाना हुआ करता था जो loud action से लोगों को हंसाया जाता था. But for me, comedy is very different. It's you just, even with a poker face, you can make somebody roll on the floor and start laughing. So that is what I look at it. So that is why I started making reels.
I was
I
about
was
to ask you.
Yeah. So that was the only reason, because that was the only reason, because I wanted people to realize, see my other side, which is my strongest side. Because अब तक मैं serious roles किया हूँ, negative किया हूँ, बहुत सारे roles किया हूँ. But when this app was there, TikTok, so उससे I was inspired to start making these comedy videos. So, and I think I would really do well if that kind of that correct kind of subject comes, and if I'm allowed to perform the way I want to perform. I think comedy is the genre which I want to try.
वो कॉमेडी की जो झलक है वो आपके कैप्शंस में भी दिखते हैं. लाइक आई जस्ट गोइंग थ्रू योर इंस्टाग्राम एंड आई सॉ कि थ्रोबैक थर्सडे और थ्रोबैक फोटोज का यू डन इट इन हिंदी हैशटैग पीछे फेंको. So that was really hilarious.
Yeah, so this is how I am actually, because even on the set, I mean 24/7, I am up to something. So something or the other is going on in my mind. Okay. Something which I mean that is with people whom I know, not with strangers. I would never talk to the point. I would say it in some other way, and only that person would understand. Nobody else would understand. So it's very you need a heart and mind to understand what I say. So वो चीजें जो है, now my fans have started relating to it, especially with वो जो मेरे कैप्शंस होते हैं उससे. So there are a lot of times I want to do a lot of things, but then again I feel कि करूं या नहीं करूं, पता नहीं कैसे क्या. It would be too harsh on them. They might be shocked कि to see this side of mine. So धीरे 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 एक एक चीज, I slowly start posting.
तो ये जो आप कह रहे हो कि आपके फैंस ने वो समझना शुरू किया है आपके उस ह्यूमर को, तो मैडम सर के सेट पे सब समझने लग गए हैं उसको अभी तक में? हाउ आर दे?
एब्सोल्युटली, एब्सोल्युटली. अभी तो ऐसा होता है कि जब मैं कुछ नॉर्मली कुछ पूछ रहा हूँ, वो सब मुझे ऐसे देखते हैं कि भाई आपका नॉर्मल है, वाकई में आप कुछ पूछ रहे हैं, या आपका उसमें भी कुछ अलग मीनिंग है. So even as far as the actors also concerned, they are also at times confused कि ये यार is he up to something now, और ये वाकई में is he serious.
तो फ्री टाइम में सेट पर आप यूजुअली क्या करना पसंद करते हैं सेट पर?
मेरा सेट पे यूजुअली फ्री टाइम ऐसा होता नहीं है, बिकॉज मेरे टाइमिंग्स ऐसे होते हैं कि आई रीच द सेट, तो विद इन हाफ एन आवर माई शूट स्टार्ट, एंड द मोमेंट माई शूट my scene is over, whatever, how many ever scenes, I pack up, then immediately I leave, because वो इतना लंबा रास्ता है यार.
What is your idea of love?
You don't need any particular day for it. It's a moment. It's एक बोलते हैं ना हवा का झोंका. It's something like that. It's in the eyes. It's always in the eyes. It starts from the eyes and then it leads to the heart. Okay. अगर आपने देखा होगा, कई फिल्मों में बहुत जबरदस्ती कोशिश करते हैं रोमांस दिखाने की. अगर आपने मुगले आजम देखी होगी, there's a feather scene between यूसुफ साहब and मधु बालाजी. Okay. वो सिर्फ ऐसा फेदर फैला रहे हैं उनके मधु बालाजी के चेहरे पे. That is romance. It's all in the eyes. So I think a lot of the audience, even the audience today, has grown a lot. I think they always prefer romance which is spoken through the eyes, rather than through dialogues.
How did he get the role of DSP Anubhav Singh?
कुछ नहीं यार, it was a normal procedure. They were looking out for this particular character. When it was written, I think a lot of actors were approached, and it didn't work out. Then वो लिखा गया था, it was there, like I said, वो मेरी किस्मत में था, तो कहीं ना कहीं से वो आना ही था, वो होना ही था. And in fact I was very dead against, because हमारा शूट बहुत दूर रहता है. It's about 40 kilometers from my place. For everybody it's far, and आजकल काफी सारे shoots वहीं पे होते हैं. I was dead against it. The last show which I did in that place was a very beautiful show called Gulal, way back in 2010. तो उसके बाद मैंने तौबा कर लिया था. मैं बोला कि वो वहां पे इतनी दूर मैं कभी करूंगा ही नहीं, because it's too taxing to drive and come back. So उसके बाद there were a lot of shows, lot of big shows where I point blank I refused, because वहां पे थी shooting. इसके लिए the way it was written, इसकी जो demands थी, वो I could adjust to it. So hence I accepted the role.
Okay. So best memory with Gulki Joshi?
Lots, yeah. There are lots. There are lots. 28 याद करना बहुत मुश्किल है. हाँ, मैं एक चीज उसके साथ हमेशा करता हूँ कि जब भी मैं सेट पे आता हूँ, ऑब्वियसली वो हमेशा जल्दी आती है, उसका कॉल टाइम मेरे से बहुत पहले होता है, और उसकी रूम मेरी रूम से पहले है, तो आई हैव टू क्रॉस हर रूम टू गो टू माय मेकअप रूम. तो व्हेन आई नो शी इज इनसाइड, वो बत्ती जल रही होती है नीचे से, दरवाजे के नीचे से पता चलता है मुझे. तो जाते जाते उसका दरवाजा बाहर से लॉक कर देता हूँ, ये रोज करता हूँ.
Okay, and how does she react to it then? Every day you do this?
Yeah, so first initially she never knew it was me. बाद में
हाँ.
किसी ने बोल दिया होगा. So what she does is जबरदस्ती बेचारी बीच में कभी उसको जब वक्त मिलता है तो वो आके, एंड आई एम प्रिपेयर्ड कि वो भी आके मुझे बाहर से लॉक करने वाली है.
Hmm.
So she comes and she locks me, but to her bad luck, मैं वो जो लड़का है जो मेरे लिए काम करता है तो ही सिटिंग राइट आउटसाइड, तो ऑब्वियसली ही विल ओपन इट. उसके रूम के आगे कोई बैठता नहीं है, उसका लड़का वहां पे हमेशा रहता नहीं है, तो
Hmm.
आई लॉक इट ऑलवेज. एंड देयर आर सो मेनी थिंग्स, आई you know we it's vice versa. I mean, she's also fun loving, so she also keeps pulling my leg, and so do I.
Okay. So when you are not working, how do you spend your day?
Yeah, so निकल जाता है वो, पता ही नहीं चलता. See, uh, I'm it's not that when I have an off, it's not that I wake up very early. So whenever I wake up, the first thing I do is I try to finish my workout. जब तक वो करके आता हूँ तो फिर लंच टाइम हो जाता है, मूवीज वूवीज, और इवनिंग आई मीट अ फ्रेंड और टू, और कुछ ना कुछ. सो एंड यू सी, even if I'm not doing anything also,
Hmm.
you know, I'm a person, I can just be at home. I can probably be with my cell phone and I don't need anybody around. Or if I'm watching a movie, I watch for some time, and it's that I मुझे I, I don't have to be dependent on anybody. कि मतलब I have to go out, meet people, you know. It's I feel वो एक सिर्फ एक कहावत है कि जब आप बोलते हैं ना कि नहीं बाहर जाओ, you enjoy, meet. No, I think a person, you know, will be happy with himself or herself at times. And or most of the times, you जरूरत नहीं है आपको किसी किसी और की जरूरत. Whenever when you really want to go कि हाँ यार हंसी मजाक करते हैं, कुछ मजाक करते हैं, so call friends over, go to their place.
Do you have marriage on your mind? Do your family, they ask you about it?
Yes, yes. It is on my mind, definitely. But Allah knows better कि कब है, क्या है, कौन है. कोई ना कोई तो बना होगा यार सबके लिए, है ना.
Yeah, Miss Perfectionist होगी कहीं.
No, no, वो perfection is, I'm talking visually.
Yeah.
I'm talking visually. So I think that is most of the guys, or vice versa, you know, most of them, सबके दिमाग में कुछ ना कुछ होता होगा ना. 10 पॉइंट्स तो होंगे, 20 पॉइंट्स होंगे, उसमें से कम 15 पूरे हो जाएं तो ठीक है, कोई टेंशन नहीं. वैसा मेरे लिए भी आउट ऑफ 100 अगर 80 भी पूरे हो जाए तो कोई बात नहीं.
Okay. Okay, so I will ask one last question and okay. So you have done a few episodic roles for C.I.D as well, and C.I.D is a huge show overall. The repeat telecasts are also very, most viewed and watched. So how has your experience been with that show? And how do you feel to be a part of such a culture?
Oh, I am. You have no idea how happy I was the first time when I got the offer, not only to be a part of C.I.D, but to play the son of A.C.V. Pradyuman.
Yeah.
And and by that time already that show was a super hit. When I first entered that show, I think it was 2005. Uh, and the most touching part was, in spite of those, everybody was stars and they are still stars. I mean, superstars. Every character of C.I.D. But they were so down to earth. They were so warm, not only with me, with probably every character which has entered C.I.D. So that was part I played in 2005, wherein ACP Pradyuman shoots me. And then exactly 10 years later, in 2015, my name was Nakul in that. So Nakul again comes back. Okay. So again, there's a clash between father and son. And and the most important is in that the track, the story which they had made, which they had written, was very interesting. Okay. and I always see it's another feather on my cap. In my body of work, I can proudly say कि I was a part of C.I.D. Part of the C.I.D. बहुत सारे लोग हैं, but I can proudly say I played ACD Pradhiman San.
Okay. Thank you so much, Rahil. It was lovely, lovely talking to you. And I hope you and your fans enjoyed this session. So, anything for your fans?
Thank you so much. Thanks to you, and the pleasure was all mine. And love you all, my fans. God bless all of you all. And इसी तरह प्यार देते रहिए, इज्जत देते रहिए, और मैं पूरी कोशिश करूंगा आपको खुश करने के लिए.
Thank you so much, Rahil. Have a good day.
Thank you so much. You too. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.